Sonic Adventure is probably one of my favourite games of all time, as you've no doubt gathered if you've seen my Sonic Adventure Let's Play. But there's a lot about Sonic Adventure that people are still discovering, especially concerning the prototype versions of the game and the stages that were lost. In magazine scans and in very early footage, there was a level shown that looked a lot like Windy Valley, but it was a little bit different. We even saw other characters playing the level, including Big the Cat, with Froggy walking beside him. And people wondered, what were these levels? Was this the original version of Windy Valley? Was it a test level? Was it in the game to be found? It had people searching, questioning, wondering how to get there. Roughly a year ago, something called the Sonic Adventure Auto Demo was ripped. This disc seemed to contain the answer, whatever happened to those prototype levels. Two parts of this supposed Windy Valley level were uncovered. Beautiful, beautiful hackers have taken the level data inside of the auto demo and transported it into Sonic Adventure DX on PC. They've managed to port the level in its entirety over. Now I have the joy of showing you this level in its unfinished glory and starting to understand and discover just how this level would have played, why it was designed the way it was, and why the level was scrapped and changed before the final release. So, let's have a look at Windy Valley in all of its prototype glory. There are some problems with the porting, and I'll talk you through them as we play, but let's begin. Yeah, issue number one you might notice is it's entirely green. The camera is also... What the... Okay. That's excellent. Start as you mean... Okay. First thing you'll notice is just the scale of this level. Well, actually, the first thing you'll notice is that it's entirely green. That's due to an altercation in the porting process. Okay. So the stage is full of wide, large areas, some of which are too high for Sonic to jump, realistically, like here. Maybe there would have been objects there at that time, maybe not. I don't know. For this level to even be beatable, and for the second half to be beatable either, you basically have to play the game with a moon jump code on. So I can get to anywhere in this level. You can see the size of this is tremendous, much bigger than Sonic Adventure levels actually are. Rhino. Oh, we got another one here as well. These would be stone platforms. We've seen them in the very early screenshots and footage, what they would have looked like texture-wise. Now, you have to moon jump to get over here. There's no other way. Now, we've started to get near the tornado, and as such, the screen is going to shake. If this is going to give you headaches, I'm terribly sorry. I mean, I would make a comment on the camera being bad, but this is Sonic Adventure, the camera's always bad. Frame rate should be better though, so you have to moon jump over here, because the actual transition to the tornado is over that sort of jagged wall. Now, this is, as you know it, this is just the tornado part of the stage. Right. This is the famous part as seen on a Dreamcast tech demo disc that was ripped many years ago. Some weird object placements. But it's a very interesting level shape-wise. But what's with these steps? There's a lot of relying on trampolines. These rocks, I don't know what these rocks do. I want to show you some interesting things, like probably would have been a 1-up or something on here. Very exploration based, these stages. Lots of freedom to run around and to explore. Not as linear as the stages in Sonic Adventure eventually became. This is a wall that would be unscalable, so I'm assuming you're not meant to get up there. Some kind of floating stone platform. Let's come around this bend. This is a very famous part of the stage from magazine screenshots and from early footage. We're almost at the end of the stage, and it's massive, isn't it? It's absolutely massive compared to how big the levels in Sonic Adventure actually are. It's a huge drop from there to there. Which, again, there aren't really that many levels in the game that are like that have a huge drop. Very big. I don't know, this level looks like it would have been a pain in the ass to write the camera data for. Okay, so that's basically it. That's basically the whole of this stage in all its glory. Ending here with just a straightforward egg capsule. It's time for the analysis, and a lot of this is going to be guesswork, because after all, we don't have the full story yet. But playing the stage, I think I've got a good idea what's going on. The multiple routes and the large open areas seem to suggest that this stage might have been a test area, so that players could get to grips with the different characters' functions and moves and abilities. If true, this would be indicated by the appearance of E102, Tails and Big in the footage of this stage. However, going through the auto demo's files, there's only stage and camera setting information for Sonic. Now, as much as the mountainous feel and the large scale areas were probably what Sonic Team originally wanted, console games are built with what's called a dev kit. A dev kit is designed to replicate some of the features of the console that you're developing for, such as the power of the system, but it's not always accurate. I reckon during developing this stage, it ran great on their dev kits, which is probably where the footage came from, but when they tried to load it up on a Dreamcast, I bet you they had problems. But maybe that's not it. Maybe during QA testing, the players got lost. I mean, it's a big stage. It's very easy to get lost in it. That could well be the reason why the level was dropped. Perhaps the level is incomplete. Perhaps this version of the level that we have played is the furthest it ever got. It's entirely possible that the version of the stage in the auto demo is not a fully complete version, and that the level was continually built upon up until just before the game's release and scrapped. Although, given how amazing some of the loop-de-loops are in the third part of Windy Valley, it could be possible that the level was scrapped very early on. I personally can't call it on this one. I'd like to think that scrapping and removing the level was done entirely out of a change of direction, that Sonic Team wanted a different feel for the stage. But we won't know for sure. And that's the annoying thing about it, is that unless we get some of the Sonic Team members by the scruff of the neck and demand answers, we're not going to get them. A lot of it is speculation with this, we don't know for certain. However, what I do know for certain is that it isn't going to stop here. The hackers that brought us this version of the level are working to get a textured form out and playable, eventually filling it with enemies and objects and turning it into a full version of the stage. I guess all we can do is enjoy the amazing work that the members at Sonic Retro have managed to do in bringing this level to us in the PC version of the game. And perhaps maybe someday, with their extensive and continually growing knowledge, they might be able to port this stage to the Dreamcast, and we'll be able to play it how it was originally intended. We'll see. This has been the very first episode of SEGATales, and that's the beta version of Windy Valley, in as complete a form as we have it. If you have Sonic Generations on PC, you might want to look into the Sonic Adventure Generations mod, as that mod contains the Windy Valley beta level, reconstructed into Sonic Generations, complete with enemies, items, probably the closest we currently have to how the level might actually feel and play if it were eventually included in Sonic Adventure, admittedly with more boosting and strafing. Thank you for watching SEGATales, and I'll see you next time.